Okay, this is a brief video on the 2024 All-State Snare Drum Middle School requirement. And we've had several lessons on this, and I've made several videos on this, but I think what I'm going to do here is play it all the way through at a tempo of 100, actually 110, and so you can get an idea of what the entire piece sounds like. So we'll do that. We'll leave out the flams, and we'll leave out, I think I'll play the rough. We'll leave out the flams for now, and this will give you an idea of what it sounds like and what the rhythms sound like when they're combined with the different dynamics and with the just the combination, just to get an idea of the entire piece. So here we go at 110 from the beginning. Let's see if I can do this on one take. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, so that gives you an idea at 110 what the flow should sound like. I hit a rim shot there in the middle, didn't mean to do that. So you're going to want to make sure that you're playing the piano sections and the mezzo piano sections right at the edge. All right, now you can't tell because I'm playing on a practice pad, but on a drum you'll really be able to tell the difference. So make sure you're playing right at the edge to help you with the dynamics. You're going to play slightly off center for the forte and the mezzo forte. Okay? Make sure that the accents are at least one level to two levels higher than the non-accented notes. Like when you get down to the fourth line, you've got that mezzo piano. These accents are not going to be as high or as loud as accents if you're playing in forte. We're playing in mezzo piano, so you're going to play them about like as opposed to. All right, so you don't want to do that. You don't want to hammer the accents. The accents are dictated, the level of the accent is dictated by the dynamic level, okay? All accents are not created equal. Fifth line, third measure, we've got this piano section moving from eighth notes to triplets to sixteenths to a roll, and you're going to crescendo from piano up to forte. So you've got but the crescendo doesn't start until you hit the 16th. So don't anticipate that and play it too soon. So you've got now. All right, and go ahead and play that nice and aggressive. I've judged All-State for many years. I used to be the clinician for setting for making the tapes. Back in the day when they had tapes, I would make the tape, or actually they would come in and tape me because they had a nice system, and they would send these out to band directors all over the state. Trying to think where I was going with that. Oh, judging, making sure that the fortes and the fortissimos are nice and aggressive. All right, there's nothing worse than somebody that comes in and plays everything at one level. It's just like somebody that talks and their tone doesn't raise and lower. Everything's just one level. It's boring. You're going to fall asleep. Well, the judge is going to fall asleep if you go in and just play it all at one level. So make sure that you're playing aggressively when you're playing the forte. I mean, not obnoxiously aggressive, but more aggressive than the pianos. All right. Another thing that young players do is that when you're playing at a soft level, you start to slow down. Bands do that. They're terrible about that. When you play softly, it doesn't mean you're going to play slower and you're going to slow down. Conversely, when you're playing loud, you're not going to, or you shouldn't, increase your speed. Everything's at one speed, all right? That's why practicing with a metronome is important. Flams, those will develop as you develop as players. Flams involve a small note and a big note. And that small note is called a grace note, and it's played from 1 inch off the playing surface. It's not up here, because if you play it like that, the big note and the small note are going to catch up with each other and hit at the same time. That's called a flat flam. You don't want that. The flam simply enhances the big note. So you got, it gives it a little more body. You can't tell on a practice pad. On a drum, it gives it a little more presence. So that's the way you practice your flams. Left hand's down here at 1 inch if you're playing right-handed flams. And on the left, your left is up and your right is down. You just want to make sure it sounds like flam, not plot or chot. Actually, it should sound like chot. Chot, chot, chot. I had a teacher once that said they should sound like chot, not plot. Plot is when the little note and the big note are way far apart and they sound like plot, plot. You want it to sound chot. It's almost the same. They're almost hitting at the same time, but not quite. So the little note hits before the big note. All right, enough about that. Buzz rolls, just make sure your right hand and your left hand are even. You don't want to go. And if you're left-handed, you don't want to go. You want them both to sound even. And the way you do that is using the same pressure and playing at the same height off of the playing surface. All right, so if you've got a roll that sounds like this, probably because you've got your right hand coming off the playing surface too much. Same on the left. So everything needs to be. All right. My fingers, when I play these, my fourth and my ring finger and my pinky finger come off the stick slightly. But the fourth finger print is still touching the stick. Alright? But I'm not doing this. Okay? So your fingers, when they come off the stick, when you're playing doubles, or if you're playing a buzz roll, should not come off so that you can see them. It should come off in a downward position. I mean, not quite that much, but more like that. So, all right. So hopefully this will help you to fine-tune some of the finer points of playing the All-State Snare Drum Middle School requirement. Just make sure that all the rhythms are correct. Make sure you're playing the buzz rolls nice and even. Make sure you're using the areas of the drum head to help you with dynamics when you're playing soft or mezzo piano. Piano or mezzo piano and softer, you're going to be at the edge. All right, mezzo forte and up, you're going to be not so much at the edge and not maybe so right in the center, but just off center. Okay. Beats together too, so you don't want one beat way over here and one beat over there. You're going to get two different sounds. You want the beats together. Okay, and bring out the accents. Accents are higher than non-accents, right? That just goes without saying because you're emphasizing that note. It gives the music character, all right? So play at the same speed throughout and make sure that you're playing musically, all right? That's very important. So best of luck with your audition and continue working on these. And stay tuned for the next video.